Hello Vikings and welcome back to the channel. Vacation, had my favorite food absolutely every day, 3 times a day. That being free food I didn't have to cook myself. Yeah, usually I've done little streams of the dev server, well the first dev server anyway, but today I think I'm just gonna do a bit of a video, and later on we'll have Silent join in and we will do some testing of a few of the new features, as well as possibly some of the new vehicles. So yeah, I'll just go over the new things real quick and give my opinion on them. And first off, we got the M36B2 going for the US 3. I hesitate to even call this an upgrade to the M36. It's more of a side grade. I mean, it gets heat and it gets a roof that does absolutely nothing other than alter the profile. Because all the gaps, it still get overpressured by anything, basically. Top of that, it's at 5.7. There's a lot of heat at 5.7 at this point. It gets even worse once you hit 6.3 and upwards. I mean, it's nice to have something in the 5.3 to 7.0 gap, I suppose, but I really think this is just, well, yeah, a research sink. Make it take longer to research Americans. So yeah. Let's see what else we got. No American aircraft or helicopters. We do, however, have the USS Alaska and a max PI increase for naval, which is about damn time. They now go up to 7.0. This is essentially a little baby battleship. Doesn't quite have battleship armor, but it's decently fast with big ass guns. I just noticed there's a little radar there, probably for the front quad 40mm. Don't know if it will actually get those in game. Yeah, there's the two in the, yeah. There's little targeting radars for all of the 40mm. But that's not gonna have any effect because AI doesn't need radar. Absolutely stupid amounts of AA. And, well, yeah. HE, AP, the usual for the 127s, which also gets quite a few of. Very potent anti-aircraft vehicle in the basketball court that was also highlighted in the dev stream. Next up, for Germany. Let's start out on some aviation. We got a MiG-23 BN, no clue what that stands for. The attack version of a MiG-23 with not the best armament so far. But I mean, it's kind of nice. I would have expected it to go after the, or before probably the issue 22, that's an 11.0, would make sense. So it is a bit more of a chaos attacker than an actual bomber, but you know. Yeah, it's nice. Germany doesn't really have anything that BR for that particular role. I mean, closest you get is a MiG-19 with its 2 bombs. So that's kind of nice. And, well, nothing particularly about the model. Ground, however, we have one of the two vehicles I'm looking forward to the most for this entire damn patch. And that is the VK3002. This is the proposed design for the Panther made by Mercedes, hence the M. And, I mean, it is literally just a baby Panther with a bit less armor. Just pause the video to get anything specific here. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I mean, it's still not going to stop anything, but Cupola isn't as much of a weak spot as I thought it would be. Yeah, standard Panther gun, standard Panther equipment. We got, well, early Panther tow traverse and only weighs 35 tons. That's actually quite light. It's almost 10 tons lighter than the Panther D. So that should be fun. Fortunately, not much of a lineup to make it 5.0, unless you have the K1C. I think that's the only other 5.0 we have. Or, yeah, that's the only other 5.0 Germany has. So, not much of a lineup. Oh no, the other one too. Anyway, not much of a lineup, but I mean, it's nice, and I hope having the 3002M means we get the 30, or is it the 3001? I think it is. It's not the Daimler. I can't remember. Is it the Daimler-Benz? I think it is. Anyway, the other one. The other Leopard prototype that didn't come to fruition. Do we have? Yes, we do. We got two boats. We got the Emden's older brother, the Elbing. Bit confusing with those names. 4.7 light cruiser. Gets crap armament. I mean, it's not crap. It is 850 guns, but you can only really get 4, maybe 5 on target at any given point. Yeah, maybe just exactly get 5. You get a grand total of 2 torpedoes, and you have these funky little secondary guns. Actually, are they secondary? Yeah, they are secondary. One place says 25 mil. Other place says 52 mil. I am tending more towards the 52 being the correct one, because they look way too big to be 25s, but why would you want 52 mils? Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Either way, it's gonna have fuck all for AA, the 52s or 25s or whatever they are. Only get HE, so yeah, don't count on them getting a hit. But nice little World War I cruiser. And then we have the KM5 motor torpedo boat. Basically just a bigger L3 with an additional pair of guns. You got the same 15 mil and the same sort of turret as you do in the Tech Tree one. And then you get this nice little twin MG34 mount and 2 torpedoes. Not a whole lot of new stuff, but it's also not too bad. I'm not going to be sinking any of the stuff with a torpedo belt on it, as that all has 250 kilogram protection, I believe. So, yeah. But a nice little boat nonetheless. And I mean, 400, it's not going to be that bad. Next up, we got Russia. And they kind of have 2 new things for ground. Well, 1.5. let's go with 1.5. We got a brand new model for the T60. That still looks very dirty. There we go, that looks less dirty. This used to be one of my favorite tanks back in the day before it got nerfed to absolute hell. I suspect we get the new model because of the vehicle being enlisted as well. It is really what it's designed for, fighting infantry. So yeah, just a new model there, nothing particularly interesting. And then we get what we, well, in my opinion, what we didn't need yet, at least. We have just recently gotten the M1 AIM, and we have even more recently, like literally just before the dev blogs to this patch began, gotten the funky Object 122. So yeah, we're being a bit spoiled with the squadron vehicles currently. Got a T-80. I believe it's not actually Russian. I'm not sure. Not that into Russian tanks, especially not the modern stuff. We got all the composite, we got all the Contact 5. I mean, it's just the T-80U with the eye is bolted onto it, basically. I don't actually think there's any real difference. But, new squadron reward nonetheless. We also got what a lot of people are probably here for. Not one, but two SU-25s. Don't think there's going to be a whole lot of difference on the two. Unlike the American A-10s, where you had different payload options. Yeah, you can do custom secondary builds, so you can mount whatever you want. And we will take it for a little test flight. Also with a new EFS, I might add. What can the gun pen actually? Around 53 mil, well 55 mil at point blank, but when is a plane ever going to be at point blank? Does have quite a lot of APHE, which is going to be interesting. But not a lot of rounds. Where's the gun? I mounted in there. I thought it was a rotary gun. Guess it's not. But yeah, lots of hard points, and the premium version, again, lots of hard points, gets different skin. I think it's the exact same for armament, yeah. Just different base loadouts, but other than that, the exact same. And yeah, the exact same there as well. We got some new boats as well for Russia. Both of them, well, ships I suppose, both of them blue water. We got the... I'm not going to be pronouncing that. Holy fuck, from 1978? Is that going to be the most modern boat yet? No, it's not. Yeah, the Blagorodny. Basically the same type as the Spokojny and Nostrovimy for that matter. You've just traded one of the torpedo tubes, which... I mean, it's Russian torpedoes, they aren't amazing to begin with. Actually, these aren't too bad. Yeah, not amazing torpedoes. You've swapped one of the torpedo launchers for 2 additional of the Quad 45 turrets, which are, or at least used to be, disgustingly overpowered. They probably still are. And then you have 2 little Twin 25 turrets, which are pretty damn good as well. And of course, you've got all the radars and everything. So, absolute beast of an AA machine, and slightly better than the other 2 versions. Which annoys me a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. And then we have what is, without a doubt, the most modern vehicle we currently get in, or boat at least, ship, we currently get in the game. Mikhail Kutuzov. I mean, it is just a light cruiser with the usual 4 turrets of 152. Don't think the AA itself varies. I should look. Varies too much from the Chapayev. No, it has 2 turrets more than the Chapayev, and yeah, it has 2 more turrets than the Sheleshnikov. I had to read that twice. So yeah, it has 2 more of the 100mm turrets, which are pretty nasty, and 2 more of the 37mm turrets. But where this gets really disgusting, it's in these little turrets up here. The Twin 30mm. 2 of these turrets together have the rate of fire of the rotary cannon and the A10. So this thing has 2 radar-guided A10s strapped to either side of the ship, just delivering all the freaking bird. Even if you manage to get through the absolute barrage of 100mm proxy fuse and stupid amounts of 37mm high explosives, you're not gonna get anything off, because these things are just gonna dismantle your plane in very, very fast manner. So yeah, that's kind of disgusting. And I wish I could test tail it so I could see them in action. They are the same guns as found on some of the, well, similar guns. AK-230, it's not AK-230, it is AK-230. Yeah, so same guns as found in some of the later Russian, well, boats. There's so many different variants of them. And they hurt a lot, even when you're in a boat. Next up, we got yet another nation with no new planes, but we got what I'm probably most excited about, even though it's in the wrong bloody nation. We got the skink! We got a Grizzly hull! Cough cough gaijin. Add Grizzly to America, please. Yeah. AA that was not too much needed in the UK tree as it is needed in this sort of area, because this thing isn't an AA, it's a freaking firework display on tracks. But yeah, the skink. Get 4 20mm, bit odd mounted, but that's to fit the magazines. They are small magazines. Lots of turret rotation, not so much vertical targeting, and not the best mobility either. But holy fucking hell! That's a very thick cast turret. pretty much 50 cal proof from any angle. Unless you get a perfect run on the turret, it's also 20 mil proof. Unfortunately, not so much for the engine deck. And, well, shoot there with the round that has a bit of pen and the whole thing goes boom. So that's a bit unfortunate. We will test this. This is one of the vehicles I'm going to bring out because I want to see just how survivable this is. And again, it's gone in the wrong nation. You should have gone to the US. We could have gotten the Busvac, Nieuwsvac's older brother, for the UK. Do we have any boats? Yes, we do. We got an actual boat. We got... That's the wrong flag. The HMAS Arrow. Little 40mm. This the Bofors license version. Seems very deep in the water for what it is. Anyway, little Bofors, little 50 cal, nothing to write home about. Not the fastest. No real armor. Not a lot of crew. But it's nice to see some of the smaller nations represented in game. Does it get... No, it doesn't even get radar. Yeah, well. Nice little boat nonetheless. A little bit more representation for Australia. Japan, no new planes either. And the only vehicle we are getting is the Type 16 prototype. That looks a lot boxier than the production. Basically no internal armor. It is still stabilized. Should still get... It still get thermals, laser rangefinder, it gets new drones. M735 around. And... Does it get a more... No, it has the same engine as well. So yeah, there's a bit more bulk to the exterior of this guy, at least. But other than that, it's basically just the same vehicle at half a BR lower. Don't get the good round. So that is the main difference. You get a better round than this. Oh, hello, Silent.
I'm alive.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm almost done going through everything.
Perfect.
Oh yes, we get a new Japanese boat. Well, destroyer. We get the Hatsuharu. I think that's the first of its class. It is. And it's also a boat that actually has more torpedoes than anything else. Well, except the cruisers that have freaking torpedoes everywhere, but, you know, for destroyers. It's the new highest number with 18 in 3 triple launches with reload for each of them. You get... What do you get? 5 guns, you get some 20, not 20, some 40 mils for AA. And that's really it.
If I can only remember my password, that'd be great.
Would be great.
There we go.
Off to China!
Helicopters.
With the, well, yes, but first the Mephisto knockoff. Armored car. Personnel carrier thingy. Actually, how does the Mephisto have 4 missiles to launch and an additional 12 in the hull?
4 missiles to launch, and an additional 8 in the hull, I think.
8 in the hull, that's what this says as well. 12 total.
Yep.
So, yeah. Pretty much just Chinese Mephisto.
The Hot 2s are slightly better though, I think. 250 meters per second.
Well,
Compared to...
let's compare. You just stay in the Mephisto.
Ye-
250 meters per second. This has 500 meters per second.
Oh, damn.
5.5 kilometer range.
4 kilometer range.
24 seconds guidance.
20 seconds.
We got 4.03 kilograms of TNT equivalent.
4.87 kilogram equivalent.
And we got a 850 millimeter tandem charge pen.
900 straight. So, yeah, it's a knockoff. But slightly better.
Slightly better at defeating active protection. Slightly worse at defeating everything else.
Yeah.
It's really
But the
just...
rocket,
Yeah, slightly longer range missile, but... I mean,
it's more so the missile speed.
yeah, that is true.
Is stupidly fast. That's almost as fast as I think the... Where is it?
That's as fast as some of the slower velocity cannons.
Yeah, the Acra. The MX-30 Acra.
Yeah.
So, really fast. Basically,
I was more thinking the stuff like the M8 Scud. That's actually faster than the Scud's shells. Anyway, helicopters for China. We got a French one with...
decent rockets, I would say, if you know how to aim them.
Are those just worse snaps?
They're the essentially the Russian
Oh
tiny-
yeah,
tiny rockets.
yeah. The
And then you
Russian
got the
starter
Zunis.
rockets, and then we got the knockoff Zunis and gun pods.
Yep. Unfortunately, you can't carry guns and rockets at the same time, which is a bit of a...
And what basically looks like a Hot 1 missile.
Yep.
3
Hot
kilometer
1.
range, 250 meters per second, 480 pen.
Pretty stinky.
So French helicopter, and then we've got Set 11, which is... That's just a fucking commercial helicopter. Is it the Bell something, I think?
Yeah.
I've flown a fucking helicopter that looked like this. Just minus all the armament. Same rockets,
Russia
same
Hunter.
gun pods.
It's got a big old tumor on the top.
I'm gonna call it Hut 1.5. Same speed, same range, but just the tandem charge, so 590 pen instead of 480. And then we have the tech-free version of the Z-19 with no guns. Guns at all. It does get gun pods, but I mean, you can carry 8 fucking air-to-air missiles. And
It does get custom weapons, so you could have
it
one
does as
cannon.
well, so you can carry 8 air-to-air missiles and 8 fucking
AGGMs.
GMs. Those are basically just slightly worse freaking Hellfires.
Deal what time it is.
Does the premium one get that too?
It now
It-
also gets...
It does.
It does.
That is
I think it's
stupid.
at stock.
That is absolutely stupid.
On the bright side, you can't take more than 8 blue arrows. That would be dumb.
Yeah. What did I get to now then? I got to Italy. They got a new
Italy.
plane.
Before that, they got the VRCC, which is just a worse Centauro.
Yeah, well, I'm going off the dev blog list, and planes on top of that.
Ah, fair enough.
We're only getting what?
They get a worse version of the G91YS. It's the G91YS without the missiles.
Yeah.
So,
I assume slightly worse engines.
let me check. I can't remember.
1830 afterburner.
1820 afterburner on the Y.
They're slightly better engines, apparently.
Oh.
No,
No, they're the same. They're the same.
you just can't read.
No.
So yeah,
Exact same engines. It's just the YS, but no missiles
yeah,
at 9.3. Which, by the way, is also the same rank as the SU-25.
yeah,
RTM.
yeah. I've been past that already. We're
Yep.
only getting 6 planes this patch, and 2 of them are the same, just different skins.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, now we're getting the wannabe Italian Centauro.
The Centauro that has a worse engine than the Tech Tree ones.
Is it actually though?
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
460 horsepower compared to 520 on the Tech Tree ones. So yeah, that thing is sluggish as hell.
Ah,
It
that's
feels.
not true. That's the stat card line.
Is that guard lying?
806.
806. What? On the VCC.
Yeah.
That is.
Compared to 806 and the U120.
No. My
Yeah.
stat card's showing 460 horsepower.
Yeah, but go into the freaking preview.
I am in the preview.
I get 806.
What?
I also have, well, it is the dev server. I also have the same number on the stat cards now. 460.
So yeah, it's a slightly worse version of the Tech Tree one.
Not really, it's just slightly different.
The Centauro is really heavy already.
It's the Roma without the ERA.
Yeah, it feels sluggish. Like, really sluggish.
Yeah, might just be dev server stuff.
It's like I'm driving through treacle.
It should have the same engine. And I am a little bit tempted to get it, I gotta be honest.
Lots of machine guns are good. Can never
enough.
fault machine guns.
Do we have any naval? We do have some naval. Unfortunately, we don't have the naval everybody probably wants to see. We got a destroyer.
Where's the French Navy?
It's at the bottom of the port. Where the British put it.
Oh.
We got yet another weird little destroyer with crappy armament for Italy. Ooh.
Garavano.
Okay, it actually has one interesting thing going forward. It has full twin 13.2 millimeters. That's not terrible. The 13.2 is quite potent. But it also has a pair of 40 mils with proxy fuses, or time fuses.
Nice.
Get 6 of the crappy Italian
What
torpedoes.
are those two things right at the back?
Right at the back.
Yeah.
Those are like target tugs.
Target tugs? Right.
I think. I don't know. It's not anything that has any influence other than potentially blocking guns.
It's just more bits to shoot off.
Yeah. How much more do I have left? I have France left. France gets the same M36B2 that the US gets, just with extra machine gun.
Yep.
Extra thing to hit with high explosive and make the entire vehicle go boom.
Mm-hmm.
Because France needs to explode in the most glorious fashion possible. I thought the ARL-44 was 5.7, but it's 5.3.
Are you in arcade?
No, I'm in realistic.
Oh, we got dropped. Oh no, it's always been 5.3. I swear.
But anyway, the point I was making is that 5.7 France.
What 5.7 France?
Yeah, exactly.
There's not even any planes to back it up.
No.
Oh, except for the naval.
You've got 2 premium vehicles you can use with it. Otherwise, you're gonna be either pushing it further up, which it can do quite nicely with the heat shell, I will admit, but I mean, it is nice that we have it. It's not really needed, but
Mm-hmm.
it's there now. And then we get what Silent is probably most excited about.
Yes. It's not quite there yet. There's something before that.
We get French planes,
French planes. Yes.
and one of them's just stupid.
So yeah, the Vautour 2N texture version is essentially
Fight of
the
the
same.
tour.
Yep, it's the same as the premium version, just without all the bombs. So dedicated fighter. And to be
It
fair,
does have the Nord air to airs.
yeah, not that as dedicated anti-air. You got radar guided missiles. Pretty shit, to be fair. Haven't tried it myself, but if the 530s are anything to go by, then these are gonna just explode like 20 meters in front of your plane.
Ah, so they are aggressive surrender missiles.
It's just fireworks. It's just fireworks.
And what he needed a change of pants for, we got the Mirage 2000.
Yes. And I spent a couple of hours today grinding it, so I have it in my
so
garage.
you get to fly it and give a,
To fly it.
a proper,
What...
proper opinion on it.
If you want me to explain what the current version of it is, it's essentially you're not flying a plane, but you're flying what resembles a plane, but more of a point, and it goes in that direction vehicle.
Have you looked at the X-ray?
I have.
There's a lot of well, not the X-ray, the armor, I mean. It's a lot of bulletproof glass behind the cockpit.
Oh. Oh. They're protecting some very important equipment back there, I see.
I mean, I would assume it's protecting some avionics and stuff, but it doesn't really make sense.
Interesting. Oh, good to know.
And we get
the engine performance
looks a bit missiles.
The engine performance looks a bit wrong, from what I remember.
Dev server.
Dev server.
No fleet for them yet. We got Sweden, which doesn't get anything new for aircraft, sadly. They do have the custom loadouts for the Vikings now.
Hey, Mirage. Woo. And they get a new missile, which I haven't had a chance to try out yet.
Okay, the the custom loadouts on the attack Viking isn't actually done yet. The only things you can, well, that's because it's probably the only thing I have. I only have the guns. I can only put on the guns. I should play that more. Anyway, the exciting part, we got quite a few new Swedish vehicles. Well, 2 new Swedish vehicles and a new Norwegian vehicle.
Yay!
First off, we got a lunchbox bill. Is it the same as the AA? Not quite. It's the later version of the PBV301. It's actually built after the war. Gets shit all armor. Might be able to survive for 50 cal from the front. But,
25 mil? Eh.
yeah, but at an angle. The main plate is at 28mm effective and 7mm effective on the little ones on the outside. So, might be able to survive a 50 cal from the front. Not reliable though. We do get a fun little 20 mil, not 25, 44mm pen, not the most amazing, but has a stupid rate of fire. 750 rounds a minute. And of course, it gets, as the name kind of suggests, the Bell missiles, the top-down attack from Sweden. They're quite nice. Takes a bit of getting used to the missile flying above your point of aim. It takes a lot of accuracy to actually one-shot anything with it, but 8-3, this ought to be fun. Then we get the other new Swedish vehicle, which just straight up replaces the old CV-9105. We got the CV-9105 XC8. Basically, they just made a new turret and put in the hull of the old one. And the new turret has a...
And I'm not sure if this is a glitch or something, but it seems like they just completely replaced the model or the vehicle.
Yeah, they've completely replaced the vehicle.
Yeah. So unlike previous ones where you get to keep the old one.
I had the TML, now I have the XC8.
Yep.
Interesting. Gets a crew less, only gets 3, because the loader has been replaced by an auto-loader with a 5-second reload. Really, really, that was the only issue the TML had. It had a terribly long reload.
Now it's competent.
Yeah. Still has fuck all armor.
Doesn't need it. Well.
And then we have the Norwegian vehicle. We have the Leopard 185 NO. Or, you know, Norway. It's really just a Leopard 105 with... I think it has a bigger storage bin on the back of the turret. And then it has a custom paint job. Other than that, it's just the same. And me and Nico are gonna do a video on it, because... why not?
Yay.
Don't know why I'm scrolling down to check the fleet. There isn't fleet for anything else. Lastly, we got Israel, which...
with a lot of patterns.
Well, yeah.
All the mag matches.
We got the Mag 3 in the actual form it was made, I suppose. Basically just an M48 with the 105.
That's a lot of machine guns.
Yeah, I mean, usual Israeli treatment. Put all the machine guns on there. It's the same as the premium version. Actually, it has more machine guns than the premium version. And one of them's a 50 cal. But it doesn't get the ERA. Otherwise, then identical.
One would think, how would somebody fire that gun-mounted 50 cal?
I would assume it's just wired to the controls inside. Anywho, Magak 3, we got the Magak 5, which is basically just the Magak 3 with the ERA. Again, you get more machine guns than the premium version, but yeah. After the Yom Kippur War, Israel kind of realized that the tanks weren't very survivable, and there was a lot of heat flying around, so they put ERA in absolutely fucking everything.
Because why not?
Because why not? We got the Magak 6R, which is, again, just the M48 turret with the 105. This time, though, we got a M60 hull, so slightly more upper front plate armor. And we got a big ram on the front that might do some troll stuff.
And also strap 2 boxes of flares onto the... or smoke, rather.
Yeah. And it gets a stabilizer.
Nice.
After that, we got another one of the Tech Tree ones. Well, the ones that were already in the game, the 6B. Promptly followed by the 6M. which is... That is
That's
a
a big-
proper M60 turret.
That's a big.
What is it?
That's a big box.
Yeah, that's a very big spotlight, and it gets a very big plow. Or dozer blade. It looks like an M48 turret again, to me. On an M60 hull. So,
Does indeed have that dozer blade.
you lose a bit of the protection of the 6B, but you get a massive dozer blade. The turret isn't as strong either. And then we get the Magak 6C, which is... I mean...
It's an more ERA.
Yeah, it's an M60 with even more ERA. And it has the stabilizer again. It's basically the Galbatage without the composite. Do they have the same round, actually? Yeah, I think they have the same round. Yep. So yeah, Galbatage minus composite, but ERA instead. And as the last new vehicle, we get
Nope,
the
there is a
Merkava.
Macabre. Oh,
Yeah, as the last new vehicle, we get the Merkava Mark 3C. Which I can find zero differences between the B and the C.
Probably just an air conditioning unit.
Transmission, maybe. 6 gears forwards, 2 gears back. I don't know. Yeah, no, I've found zero differences between the two. I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, Mach C is going to get a dozer blade that hasn't been implemented yet. But other than that, they are identical.
Nice.
That's the last of the new vehicles. Let's see, what major changes do we need to go over? Because there's a lot of fucking changes. Oh yeah, the German Blaurakpanzer should now get...
BT1s.
No.
Nope,
It's rolling 2s and rolling 3s. Instead of rolling 1s and rolling 2s.
Yep, sorry, wrong flat rack.
Yeah, it's not the Flowrack Rad, which have had the VT for a good while.
Mm-hmm.
We got the MX-13 DCA. There it is. Oh, not test drive. I want to preview. Customize. There we go. We got an extra man in the turret.
Yay, more things to shoot at.
Ooh, the commander can fire the main armament in this. Has
And
he
also-
always been able to do that?
I'm not sure. I usually die before I can.
Yeah, that's kind of
out.
the issue, isn't it? But yeah, an extra gun, an extra person in the turret, which isn't the greatest because open turret, but I mean, it's something, slightly more survivable.
Mhm.
And it has lost a literal ton of weight.
It's so much faster now.
It's gone down to 14.5 from 15.5.
It is so fast, like unbelievably fast.
And we got the battle limousine, the American truck with the Swedish gun. That has gotten 3 extra crew. Yeah, the crew size has doubled.
It's a party.
It is a party.
It's a
And
party. And they're just T-posing on the back.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of confetti in this party.
Berserker, take it out to test drive.
Oh no. Oh no, Silent. What have you done?
They're just standing there stiff.
Yeah.
They're just standing here.
It has kind of broken the camera a little bit if you zoom in third person.
Ah, yeah. Oh, nice tie. Ooh.
That's not great.
Yep.
Oh well.
That's-
Much increased survivability in that thing, which is going to be fun. The bill, not the 302, the 1940 bill, not 1990-40 bill, has had an additional crew member placed in the back. What else do we have? We have the latest event vehicle. The rocket stew. I'm not going to pronounce that. Screw that shit. It has smoke grenades now. They're shooting a smoke mortar either down into the ground behind it or out the back. We got the AMX-50. Tech Tree 1 has been renamed. It's now the AMX-50 TOA 100.
Yeah.
And it should have lost some weight as well. It should be down to 48, and it is.
Yeah.
Down to 48.4 from 53.7. So that should be a bit more nimble as well. All the M3A1s. Should I find one? I should find one. That's an A3. That's also an A3. There we go. 3A1. All the stewards, 301s, have had a bit of a feast from McDonald's. They've gained 300 kilos.
Mm-hmm.
Screw all the mobility specifications because that's going to be a pain to go through. The Type 63 1 vehicle I did a video on not that long ago that on paper looks like it just shouldn't bloody work. Its reload has been buffed. It's gone from 7 to 8.5 shots per minute.
So it now reloads in not an eternity.
Now it reloads faster than well, the 100mm guns found at the same PR.
Nice, because the small cramped light tank interior makes it easier to load the shells. Clearly.
Yeah. All the Russian T-54 derivatives have had their elevation and depression increased by 1 degree.
Okay.
The Type 62 has had its top speed decreased to... should. Doesn't actually have it on the stat card. Maybe the Russian one, I don't know. But it should have a top speed of 57... Actually, that does line up because it says 60. 59.7, down from 70. The AGS... Too many damn tanks to find.
Typical.
The AGS has lost some weight as well. It is down to 19 tons from 22.2. The AC-1 Sentinel, because they couldn't have put them in, you know, that's not the Sentinel, that's the Skink.
It also looks like... Nope, that's just my...
Sentinel's top speed has been increased a little bit, 41 to 45. The ELC Biz should have better mobility. It's just gear changes, but should make it more nimble overall. The SHA 25 has a new gun name, nothing actual change. AMX M4 also had the transmission reworked for better dynamics. The AMD 35 also lost weight by a grand total of 300 kilo. Type 87, 8A. Has night vision for the gunner now. And the Swedish crew have updated uniforms on some of the newer vehicles, so I have less bushes on the UDAs. Actually, I have less bushes on this. I'm not sure why the... Oh, that actually looks quite nice. That's a proper modern getup instead of the World War II getup. For some reason it's also on the ITO, because, you know, that's important.
Why not?
I forgot how bad this is, tracking planes. Oh, should we go through all the air stuff? There's a lot of stuff that has gotten custom loadouts.
Yep, lots of planes. Helicopters as well now.
Yep.
Nice. A lot of tracer changes.
Custom weapon setups. Yeah, I can't be bothered to go through all the details for the guns.
Yeah.
But custom setups, loadouts for the A129s, both of them. The AH-1s, the AH-64s, the British Apache, because, you know, that's not an AH-1 apparently. The Squadron prototype Apache, the Tigers, the A7D, the A7E, the F5s, the F104s, the F8s, the Jaguars, the G91YS, all the Mirages, and the Kafir Nesher, the Israeli Mirages, as well as the Vigans, the Cow-50s, the Mi-28s, the Su-17s, and the Su-17M2 and the Su-22M3. And that's quite a mouthful.
That's more.
I know, but it's getting around all over the damn place.
Essentially, what it boils down to, some chaff changes here and there, some missile modifications have been moved around, some bombs here and there, ammo capacity have changed, they've gimped the defect cannons.
I have read through it. A lot of the chaff have been moved to the first tier modifications.
There's a couple of interesting ones to note. For the Mirage 3s, specifically, they have, you know, the rocket booster. That is now a module you can select in the custom loadouts, which is quite interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Also, they get more rockets, like the Zunis.
Oh yeah, some of the American aircraft, World War II aircraft, have gotten HFARs as well.
Nice.
Naval changes. I haven't actually read through these yet.
Wait, PG-02 air target detection radar has been removed.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Bit of a nerf to the PT-2OP. PT-15. That sounds British. Not. Where the hell is the PT-15?
That's
gonna be
probably
American.
American, yeah.
Can't find it here either.
Not
Not there. Not there.
Huh. Russian, no.
A boat we can't find has had its torpedoes changed.
Nice.
There, done. And the Prinzhugen has had its torpedoes increased. More of them.
Yay.
There's 26 now. Coastal artillery strikes have been changed.
They've been really buffed.
Yeah, 30% higher damage area, half the time for the shells to hit, and the salvo size is increased to 25. I don't know what it was before. I think it was like 12.
Pitiful.
Ooh. Armor belts now destructible and heavy cruisers.
Ooh.
Fuel tank changes, some armor corrections. Visual changes, anything? Nah, nothing important there. The Helena and the Trenton have essentially swapped catapult aircraft. The Helena has the SOC and the Trenton gets the OS-2U.
Yay.
Hey, smoke screens have improved in naval. Well, kinda.
Kind of.
They've reduced the amount of time before a ship disappears behind a smoke screen, which is nice. But they've increased the time before the ship reappears behind the smoke screen, which was already kind of an issue sometimes. As I've already mentioned, max BR for naval is 7.0 now. Northampton is 5.3, Mitcher and Wilkinson is 4.7. Bayern and Scharnhorst is 7.0. The Kommune and the Kronstadt are 7.0. The Kirk is 5.3, so is the Krasny Krim. There's actually some that I wouldn't have expected to move up.
Why not?
I can kind of see the Kirk, but the Krasny Krim just has a stupid amount of 130mm.
Yeah, probably all the destroyer players getting clapped by it.
Yeah, probably. Britain, the Hood goes up, the Marlborough goes up, the Dreadnought goes down to 6.3. Dido is a 5.3. The Hawkins, Earthrews are both 5.3, and the Liverpool are 5.7. Japan, all 3 battleships. Wait, they have more than 3 battleships now, don't they?
They do.
They do indeed. The Congo, the Haruna, and the Hyuga are all going up to 7.0. Setsu staying at 6.3. And for Italy, the Trento goes to 5.3. The Raimonto Montecuccoli? I don't know, man.
Yeah, all right.
Goes to 5.7, and so does the Eugenio di Savoia.
Nice.
I think that's really it. Oh yeah, we got engine FP
For planes. Which is a questionable usage, but, you know, it's something to have.
and we got all the new stuff.
And then we get lots of explosions.
Radar warning receivers have been nerfed slightly.
So
You just get a ping. You don't get the
they've kind of
an
nerfed the
exact
assistance.
echolocation.
Yeah, they've nerfed the assistance. So destruction of optics, wheels, and partial damage to the barrel and cannon breach are no longer considered as serious damage and cannot lead to vehicle destruction assistance. So,
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
yeah.
I mean, not so much the barrel and breach. I would argue that those are very serious damage.
It's partial damage, so turning it orange.
Okay, yeah.
So, but if destroying it, fair enough. Doesn't say anything about tracks.
Partial damage to those two.
Yeah.
I assume tracks are on the wheels, poor Russian translation.
We shall see.
But it is nice that the optics no longer counted, because that was an easy way to find points before.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that is enough of going through patch notes. So yes, that is gonna be it for the overview, because customs don't work and doing random battles, good luck testing anything. But yeah, it's at least 2 vehicles I'll be grinding for like all hell to do recordings on when the patch comes out.
I know, right? 2000. Let's go.
I can't even tell you all grinded if you buy me ever 2 anymore after freaking Milan. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.